No, we have Poppy playtime at home. I shall stare at you menacingly, hidden in the shadows of the toy factory. This dog is so hairy its snout looks like an eye. Toy form, monster form. When you're finally discovering how to love yourself, and then your barber destroys you. Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime, Garden of Banban. Poppy Playtime is for kids. Riley's Journals, orphans getting turned into monsters. Heavily implied torture, blood, lots of blood, and gore. Never as a woman her age, a man, his salary. What Mob did before Poppy Playtime. Remakes/fan games. FNaF, Poppy Playtime. Oh, I get it. We're gonna be allies, like Kiss. Glad that him falling 200 stories is all in the past. Twitch, twitch, twitch. They call me 007. 0 good chase scenes, 0 good screen presents. 7 wait not even that much minutes of screen time. Oh, I thought you were dead. My death was greatly exaggerated. What we thought we were getting. Prepare yourself. It'll take more than an apple to keep me away. What we actually got. The lightning hurts. In kindness there's evil. In evil there's kindness. Of course we have the balance. Then there's... and then. You must be wondering why I wear this cape. It's so I can do this. Go, my little ones, eat them. Poppy Playtime is better than Garden of Banban? No, Garden of Banban is better. A teacher and a dinosaur almost culled me. You know, the same thing happened to me. Remember, when Huggy is talking, you better keep your little packing mouth shut. Oh boy, this new indie horror game sure is spooky. I sure hope it doesn't end up with a cringy fan base comprised of mostly children within a few months from now. They're the same picture. Garden of Banban or Poppy's Playtime-themed birthday party, you have to call it. This makes me kind of sad because I love creativity gone wrong, themed horror games with mascot monsters, but it's all kind of crashed into a toxic sludge of exploitative children's advertising. How is this a real game? This feels like a mass gaslight. This game gives off strong Poppy Playtime energy. Garden of Banban, the next Poppy Playtime is here. Bad horror monsters. Hideous, busy designs that are so obnoxious, it distracts you from the fear. Good horror monsters. Clean and streamlined designs that easily catch the eye to make your mind pay more attention to the horror. Indie horror fans be like, can't stand Poppy Playtime 6 Garden of Banban later, me and the bestie. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. I can't wait to hear what your screams sound like. Miss Delight, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you turn into a ripe monster when you're hungry. Better? Better. When you're falling asleep and your body does the weird fake fall thing. Me watching someone getting attacked in the comments section for an opinion I secretly agree with. The Shuddy Elsagate videos that come after it. A genuinely good indie game. Playing Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 like, how many kids you got in there? The one time a Poppy Playtime monster is less terrifying than their real-life inspiration. Bunzo might just be the one of the least scariest characters. However, at least his minigame is pretty fun. Praise the one who saved us. His minigame, and is pretty good and actually kind of scary. I like his mechanics. His design is decent, even if he's kind of adorable. I've definitely warmed up to her. Every game makes you like her more and more, and her animations give her so much personality. Defo, the player's greatest ally. Worst boss fight in the game. Shut design. I don't know who decided to just scale up a cute plushie and give it an annoying boss. Makes you wish they replaced his boss with a Harley robot or Pianosaurus even. Canon, a well-written character with well-written lore and trauma. Fanon, over-sexualized by the fandom. Fans, save Pianosaurus. Poppy Playtime. Poppy Playtime if the player get out of the factory in the beginning. I've never played Project Playtime. I think the idea is pretty cute with the music box. I'm not the biggest fan of his design, but I'd like to see him in a future chapter. Also, he was pretty cool in the trailer. TBF, he's more like a 2 out of 10, but I just find his entire existence to be so funny. He's the worst, but he's the best at being the worst. No one else can be as rubbish as him. FNaF, Security Breach. Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. Both being a glitchy mess. Just bad versions of the smiling critters. They're cleaner, less scary, and can't insta-call you. They don't get any cutouts or voice lines, and overall seem entirely worthless. They're also used too much in Chapter 4 to the point where they feel like padding. Straight up the scariest character in the game, even more so than Catnap. Her school section is the scariest, and she has a great introduction and backstory, a surprisingly strong minor villain. As the main antagonist of the game, Defo has the most hype. His voice/ES are great. His Ollie twist, while super obvious, had great execution. He also seems to have an interesting relationship with Poppy. Defo has the potential to be the greatest villain. We haven't seen him in action yet, so that's why he's not higher. He has a small amount of screen time, yet still manages to be incredibly impactful. His death is the most packed up in the game. His voice is great, and while his chase isn't anything to write home about, it's shocking. Context makes it really good. Yeah, just smaller Huggies. I guess they got a pretty fun minigame, but they're honestly just forgettable. They're kinda silly in Chapter 4 with their goofy animations. Cute and small designs make them hard to take seriously, but their execution is great. The Playhouse section is genuinely pretty terrifying, and they're also responsible for the most packed up moment in the game, R Shazzy P Dog Day. The best and scariest main antagonist. Great boss fight. Despite his lack of screen time, he feels like he has the most presence out of any villain. I love the idea of a villain that stalks you and uses nightmarish hallucinations against you. Also, has my favorite design. Bill Cipher, they prototype, manipulating the fans to blame a small girl instead of them. She may be our most reoccurring ally, however she has betrayed us twice. That's not why she's low though. I just think she's kinda boring and almost annoying. I'm looking forward to seeing her relationship with Elliot and the prototype though. The hardest things to do on Earth. First, beat Poppy Playtime without getting jump scared by Huggy Wuggy. Second, eat planets. Third, fly. The toys after the HOJ, you have freed us. The prototype, oh, I wouldn't say freed, more like under new management. Do you remember that horror game couple? Yes, I remember. Best character in the game. Great death and great boss fight. Concept of 3 personalities is great, and his monster design looks really cool. He has the saddest death in the entire game. It's the only time I genuinely felt really bad for a character in Poppy Playtime. Way exceeded my expectations and is easily the best aspect of Chapter 4. Nightmare critters, smiling critters. She might be the least scariest main villain after Harley, however, she easily has the most personality. This might make her less scary, however, she's just really entertaining. Her chase is really good too. She might just be the most entertaining main villain. Also, she has one of the best deaths in the game. I disagree with people who say he was wasted. He had the longest and scariest section in Chapter 4. His design is great. It's kind of adorable, but also incredibly terrifying. Probably the most threatening villain in Chapter 4. He has the worst death and chase, though. Poppy Playtime or something? I don't know. I've never played it. The face of the franchise. As the first enemy, he has a great design. To this day, he still has the best chase in the game. He's the second scariest main antagonist. It's great to see how he's almost the player's rival in a way after the amazing cliffhanger of Chapter 4. Also, his nightmare sequence in Chapter 3 was great too. Probably my least favorite main villain, as well as the least scary. Incredible concept of the evil creator of the toys trapped in a machine. I like the fact that he's just a brain in a jar. However, his death and boss fight is underwhelming, and the reveal of his true body was rushed. It could have been like GLaDOS or something, just kinda wasted, though he's still pretty cool. He has a great voice. Me if Mob made a Dr. Plush/figure. Shut up and take my money. Every other toy, Mob Games, Pianosaurus and Brawn, Candy Cat and Cat Bee. Your little sibling coming to steal your candy. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to discuss our Lord and Savior, the prototype? Sometimes I think, but then I forget. Poppy flower seeds, black caviar. When I'm in a clickbait competition and my opponent is Examination. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, I may not be doing great, but at least I have this wee little hat. People who like Chapter 4. People who don't like Chapter 4. Yarnaby is a cutie patootie. Catnap, what the hell? What's going on? Are you gonna cull me? Am I gonna cull you? I don't know. I'll give you a chance to leave and watch you for a while, but if you don't, I'll take matters to my own hands. This MF, how fast can you run? The fastest things on Earth. Cheetah, airplane, speed of light, shippers when Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 released. Bro, did you even play the game? Now I'll be a real mommy, and you a real daddy. Rope. I waited for Garden of Bonbon 8 or something, I forgot how many chapters. Well, I waited for FNaF Ruins. Amateurs. What was that, punk? My ace who thought Kissy Missy would be the villain of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. Amateurs. The Playtime co-employees deserved the hour of joy. Changed my mind. The gift shop cashier of the Playtime co-building, with no idea what the company does behind the scenes, witnessing the Huggy Wuggy statue come to life and cull everyone. Whatever abomination this is, me for some reason, is this the cutest thing in the world? News channels trying not to make another news article about Poppy Playtime for 9 minutes be like. Doughy fans, Chapter 4, Yarnaby fans, Pianosaurus fans. Admit Poppy, Playtime Chapter 2 is good, or draw 25, like 95% of people on Twitter. Pianosaurus, oh, the player is here, looks it time for me to shine. Doughy. When you're waving hello, but your friend shuts your mouth. They traced your render and stole my OC. She was made back in Chapter 1. Smells like lavender. Their purples are almost the exact same when you compare her main coat to his Smiling Critters cartoon. Helps kids sleeps. Long as tail. They also liked my post when I uploaded her. Hello Dog Day from Poppy Playtime. Hello Monty Gator from Security Breach. Justice for Piano. Alright, I get it. Me when Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is finally out, but I'm not interested in the game anymore. It's been 84 years. Me, the guy she says not to worry about. The doctor. Getting 20,000 points. Getting absolute madman in Data Brawl. That Crafty Corn parody account. Me, managing an entire wiki. They will fight for their game's relevance. However, Smiling Critters is the next cringe trend of Consider Poppy's Playtime is evolving, becoming the worst game. I am next level mad. The 4 Horsemen of video game movies I'm hyped for. Five Nights at Freddy's, Sonic 3, Minecraft, Poppy Playtime. Literally everyone after saw Huggy Wuggy is back at the end of the Chapter 4. He's back. Bendy and the Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime. How packing big is this place? Kissy in the games, Kissy in merch, promo, and Monster 5 Mortals. Sorry, I don't know how to draw this. Uh-oh, come back here. Guys, I have a theory. You fused with an animatronic suit? How fascinating. My mom catching me playing games on my phone at 12:21 a.m. Time Traveler drops a penny. The timeline. Bendy and the Ink Machine. We have a fan contest and put the best fan art in as a thank you. We're on par with FNaF in lore and we only fire people if we need to. Poppy Playtime. You don't like us making circus baby sexualized, even though her souls is 5 to 6? You're fired. The new indie horror game Poppy Playtime is becoming extremely popular. I think we all know where this is going. So let's skip right to the end. Obsessively toxic fan base with cringy, erratic fan art of the monsters. This will make a fine addition to my collection. Bendy, lol, I'm not afraid of anything. Huggy Wuggy, Bendy. Mascot horror over the years. It is evolving, just backwards. An actual scary game with an original concept. Indie devs making a horror game. Another not-so-scary game about a cute mascot that turns evil. Bambox and Dog Day. Bambox doesn't like Dog Day. What kids now are scared of? These MFs in our day. Who do we want? For Love Dog and Lily the Frog to appear in a Poppy Playtime chapter. When do we want it? At Mob Games' earliest convenience. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition. I hate spiders. Officer, I swear they were talking to me. Young me when mom is in the room. When she leaves. Fortunately, I've got a solution. Bomb. Picky Piggy, flayed unicorn. My reaction. Me who just became a Poppy Playtime fan. Scientists who put human parts in toys. Chapter 2. Coming soon. Huggy Wuggy after the fall. They toys that are actually people. What do you think happened to Miss Delight Body? In the game, if you go back to where we crushed her, her body disappears. Name this thing. Chef's kiss? Do they really? The bird flu? Yeah, they tend to do that. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice? What's upstairs? They can't talk. Based? Based on what? Apartment complex? I find it quite simple. Road works ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does. Wood-fired pizza? How's pizza gonna find a job now? You're telling me a gingerbread this man? Poppy Playtime got a bunch of cool new characters. OMG, they all add so much great potential to the story, right? Numberlocks. Smiling Critters / Poppy Playtime. Original things being good, but fan art is absolutely toxic. Doggy, probably. So guys, how are we gonna take our revenge? Unicorn. We could impale them. Pig. We could eat them. Catnap. U-grades, people. Upgrades. We are almost there. This way is safe, so we can pass through without worrying. Pal? Poom. Pal? Are you okay? I can't feel my body. My face when the final chapter starts with a VHS talking about Experiment 1454, the player, and it's a yellow stick man. Mom, can I have a dog day? No, we have dog day at home. Dog day at home. Mob Entertainment, Examination, Animation Channel. Mob Entertainment, Video Game Studio. Me with my gas mask in Poppy Playtime 3. Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy, fighting in Chapter 5, 2005, colorized. Huggy says, "Stop making an ace if you art of me and the others, or I will come to your house." Mob Entertainment, Mob Entertainment, green light when? Me, Mom, can I get Poppy Playtime? Mom, no, we have Poppy Playtime at home. Poppy Playtime at home. When the lore of your favorite game continues to expand, what else you got? Give me more. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Mommy walking. Mommy getting shredded. Poppy Playtime fans and I waiting for Chapter 4 to drop. Mob Games announces Poppy Playtime movie. Everyone, slow down there, buckaroo. Poppy Playtime, Rainbow Friends, Garden of Banban, Sprunky. Fat Smiling Critters by Fat Girl, Anybody Draws. Oh shut, Fat Smiling Critters is very cringe. How I sleep knowing I've never watched Wednesday or Squid Game, never played Poppy Playtime or Among Us, never listened to Lucid Dreams or Stronger all the way through, and never drank chalky milk. Poppy Playtime is for kids. Riley's Journals. Orphans getting turned into monsters. Heavily implied torture. Blood, lots of blood and gore. Me listening to sleep. Well by CG5 for the 2,490,297,110th time. Bendy discussion. And in case any of you are wondering why Poppy and Ban Ban are the dumbhead, the reasons is that obviously it's Ban Ban, and with Poppy it's subreddit will literally just ban you if you so much as breathe. But the Bendy subreddit's pretty fire, not gonna lie. FNaF subreddit, Batim subreddit, Poppy Playtime, and Ban Ban. Poppy Playtime, 4 to 8-year-olds, FNaF. YouTubers at the start of a video be like, slap that like button and subscribe to the channel, motherfudgers. What next for Anthor Wildcraft video? Poppy Playtime Chapter 2, Baldy Basics versus Shazam. Unsubscribe to Wildcraft. Nobody. The entirety of YouTube when Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 releases. If I had a nickel for every time I saw a teaser trailer released in 2022 for something with a large cult following that only shows a face mask of some kind, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. We watch one more time. Baba Chops. The black sheep of the bunch, Baba prefers to keep her space. Like a lot of space. Too much space. She can be distant, quiet, low energy, and it usually requires a lot of coaxing to get her out of the house. Luckily for her, she has some very persistent friends. She usually perks up after a while, but the next day, we're right back to the same tune. Send a niece. What did you do? Why did you call Doey? Do you even understand what happened? The prototype, did you even plant the explosives? Ollie, answer me. Don't you dare turn me into a cute marketable plushie. I'm gonna murder you in your sleep. Poppy Playtime is better than Bendy Walden. No, widget. Bendy is better than Poppy Playtime. No. Poppy Playtime is better than Bendy. No. Bendy is better. The prototype, who is disguised as Ollie. Literally everyone who played Poppy Playtime. Poppy. My fellow Americans, I think we all know where this is going. So let's just skip to the end. Everyone when Poppy Playtime is added to Roblox. I wish to help and avenge those victims of this factory caused by the prototype. Christ, you are extremely packin' selfish. Die. I'm an organic child stuck in this doll body. Raby Baby. Raby Baby couldn't keep a secret if her life depended on it. If there's one thing in the world she loves, it's gossiping, and she's very practiced at it. She has no concept of privacy or boundaries, and if she's in the room, you can bet she's eavesdropping on someone. Don't worry, if she ever runs out of juicy secrets to talk about, she'll just make some up. Scent, bubblegum. A tight squeeze, fly in a web, deep sleep. Do not find Huggy Wuggy at 3 a.m. scary, real, not fake. Fortnite, Poppy Playtime, FNaF Gacha Life, FNF. Poppy Playtime is for kids, the whole packing hour of joy. Recreation of a unicorn toy from a game doesn't exist. Recreation of a unicorn toy from a game can't hurt you. Recreation of a unicorn toy from a game. Icky Licky. Icky's the type of kids to fall behind in a relay race and immediately pin it on a sore knee, even when that's not the case. He's the very definition of a poor sport. Even though he's naturally talented, he's constantly challenging everyone on absolutely everything, and usually without the outcome he expects. Don't worry, he has an excuse ready. It's okay to ask for help. You're not a burden. Mere dear is okay. Your feelings matter. When instead of using opiates to see cartoon characters from early childhood, Glitch and Round Time, you could buy same heroes toys in supermarkets with great sales and play unlimited periods, most often whole life at careful manage. Kill the toys, blow the orphanage, escape Playtime Co. Find a guy who could do this. It is time to go. Was I a good day? No. You packing turn all of us into toys. Shut up, 1170. You're not allowed to speak. You're not wrong, Huggy. I miss my parents. Will you shut the pack up? I'm trying to eat an employee in peace. Can I join? I haven't eaten in weeks. Of course you do, you fat ass. One by one, Lego piece looking as. Piano, let's try to not insult others, please. You make fun of the autistic kids here, and you look like you have an OnlyFans. All right, get lost, all of you. You're fired. Go on, scram. Get out here, you moochers. That's right. Keep moving. Except you stay. POV, you open bag of chips in class. It's so I can do this. Go, my little ones, eat them. POV, the end of Poppy. Playtime Chapter 2. Me. Pierre, why are we tutoring kids to turn them into giant toys? Why? 'Cause pack 'em, that's why. Something. I can't think of something funny. So you like Poppy Playtime. Name every character. Now wait just a Dan's minute. The worst theory of Poppy Playtime. But it almost seems like the prototype might be attached mother and Catnap while we were exploring the train station and elevator. Which would make sense why Lyman now has these facial features. Me, when I see a puppy, I smell cuteness here. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, the prototypes? Where have you been? I have found you whole day, Catnap. I'm here, dog day. I'm here to hold your hand. Me, when my little brother is mad. Dog day. Oh no. Oh no. Who is this? Wrong answers only. Poppy. Huggy Wuggy is dead. The prototype. I received a message from what I'm assuming is a younger gamer who informed that my bendy game reminds him of Poppy's Playtime because it is in first person and Poppy did that first. I never realized I ripped that off from Poppy. I deeply apologize. Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen. And yet, what the hell is this? In my chapter, I only spoke twice, but never on my cardboard cutout or my cartoon with the rest of the smiling critters. Well, in my chapter, I spoke a lot to the player before attempting to kill them. Not me. I only spoke in my theme song and on my cardboard cutouts, but never in my chapter. You guys speak? I don't want to play with you anymore. Me at 3 a.m. with my toy. My toy, stop. It Why Huggy Wuggy kills you. Now wait just a dang minute. Those eyes kind of remind me of SM and that mouth too. Dear brain rotten AI, I'm after you. POV. The last Pringle at 2 a.m. Hopefully Poppy gets to be an actual character and girl boss it up in Chapter 3, instead of a plot device that we have to rescue at the end of the chapter again. The three of us were friends with Huggy. We had a good friendship. But after he joined a faction called Fortinet, all of that changed. But eventually they settled on a TV show. I heard it was as big hit. FNaF and Poppy Playtime. Mao. Good morning, sunshine. Remember, when Huggy is talking, you better keep your little paking mouth shut. Guys, I have a theory. Catnap crochet. You had one job. If Poppy Playtime has 1 million haters, then I'm one of them. If Poppy Playtime has 5 haters, then I'm one of them. If Poppy Playtime has 1 hater, then I'm that one. If Poppy Playtime has no haters, that means I have left this world. When Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 releases, shut up and take my money. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 Starter Pack. I got time for a ball gazer. We can escape the cage faster. Poppy Playtime, or something, I don't know. Didn't play the game. When you see a Doggy X Catnap ship online, but Chapter 3 hasn't been released yet, so you can't qualify it as canon. Not yet, Ferb. Every masterpiece has its cheap copy. Why the pack? Are you guys saying hear me out? No, I'm not hearing you the pack out. He looks like a goddamn Sour Patch Kid on Dargs. You know, if they're just going to keep making Poppy Playtime videos, they could at least let Poppy be in the goddamn videos instead of every episode being about Huggy Wuggy checking off some other copyrighted character. Create a secret orphanage under a giant factory. Use the children for extremely painful and traumatic experimentation. Turn the children into giant monsters and give them superhuman abilities. Act surprised when they revolt and kill everyone. What? Holy Elliot, are you okay? Yeah? Why? Do we need to take you to a doctor? I'm a doctor. I can take a look at her. Doc, quick, give her a checkup. We'd admitted day, we saved the orphans. And see if you're allowed in. Executed on the spot. Leave and never come back. Get out of Lil, bro. I'll think about it. You're allowed in. All your drinks are on us. VIP access. Ultra VIP access, guest of honor, mystery ranking. They don't know. I'm a Huggy simp. Huggy's popularity. Huggy's appearance in Chapter 1. Boxy Boo. I never get used in Poppy Playtime. First time? Dream house, bedroom, kitchen, bath. My collection of Huggy Wuggy merchandise. You can perform a miraculous surgery and you use it to turn orphans into toys. Why don't you just get a job at hospital? But I don't want to be actual doctor. I want to turn children into toys. Indie game devs then. I've literally been making this game since I was 12. Here's the full thing for $13. Indie game devs now. Please pay $5 for 1 hour of content that takes 9 months to release. People who played Chapter 4 at release. People playing now without bugs and cool new cutscenes. All this time, all this agony, it was he who locked the door. I know it. I wanted to kill him, but he knew better than to believe I could. We made a deal. We take care of each other now. This is literally the ending of Chapter 2 and 3. You can't change my mind. The player versus mommy, long legs, and Catnap. The prototype. Literally everyone. Oh, I thought you were dead. Huggy Wuggy at the end of Chapter 4. My death was greatly exaggerated. Nobody, math teachers when you use a different method to solve a problem. I asked you to play fair, and you cheated. Me rewatching MatPat's first PP theory in order to reuse the Poppy Willing experiment idea in a new context and adjustments. Write that down. Write that down. Trade offer. I receive. You receive. Cringy memes by me. After finding out about Dog Day, X-Catnap, X-Poi, and Dog Day, X-Babachops. Basin Pokemon, Huggy Wuggy. 2000 HP, Playtime.cotoy Pokemon. Length, 9 feet. Weight, 0.43. Eat whole, he literally eats you whole. Vent Chase. This attack will scare your Pokemon half to death, making it do 10 damage. LMFAO. I just remembered this one time I was in Doggy and I looked back, was Homeboy, and he waved at me. I'ma keep it real with you, Huggy Wuggy. I'm not paying for NFTs. Skibidi. Toilet. Rainbow Friends. Among Us. Poppy's Playtime. Brain-rotting many innocent children. Regularly says pack. Occasionally says pack. Has said pack once and refuses to say it again. Has never said pack. Forbidden from saying pack. PSP Spsing a cat. The good ending, it responds to you. If you could have Bendy appear in any other video game franchise, which one would you want to see him in most? Serious question. Project, Playtime X Bendy, and The Dark Revival. Huggy says, if Chapter 5 releases, expect me to beat the living sheet out of you. How the hell did this happen? No, Catnap has kittens. Doughy fans being sad for Doughy's death. Dog Day fans, I have played these games before. Kids had their fun already. Now it's real men's turn. Good point. One small issue. I have your location. Death battle. Indoraptor versus Mommy Longlegs. You can't crush on fictional characters with a TV for a head. Mr. Puzzles. Vox. Dr. Harvey Sawyer. Allow us to introduce ourselves. The four horsemen of media is being popular in 2020/2021 for literally no reason. Among Us, Friday Night Funkin', Squid Game, Poppy, Playtime. Knows how to drive, could learn how to, would crash the car and never forgive themselves, would crash the car on purpose. 1 pint of road rage, and this dude is killing someone. Doesn't need a car, is the car. Brain of someone who remembers Garten of Banban 1. Brain of someone who remembers Amanda, the Adventurer, version 1. Brain of someone who remembers Poppy Playtime, chapter 1. Brain of someone who remembers Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. Brain of someone who remembers Andy's Apple Farm. Brain of someone who remembers Submission/Potatoes Farm, which are technically one and the same. Brain of someone who remembers Manic Miner. Hearing CG5 in Chapter 3 be like, Project Playtime is pretty fun. That is when it works and isn't a buggy mess. Not having the option to queue as the monster is annoying through. The gift shop cashier of the Playtime co-building with no idea what the company does behind the scenes, witnessing the Huggy Wuggy statue come to life and kill everyone. Huggy Wuggy is surprisingly hard to draw. Me, fix the electricity. Huggy Wuggy, item a head out. Look at this entirely brand new game. It's about you, working a normal job? But the job is not normal. There's so much lore about dead children and people and things. There's death in the table, but you didn't know that at the start. Yes, it looks so normal, but it's so deep. Did I mention there's mutter and big scary teeth and scare? Holy packing pack, when will developers realize these were packing sheet games from the start? FNaF was cool for 3 seconds, and now everyone wants to take a piece of this packing game. I am beyond pissed at the packing amount of games that are the same packing sheet every single packing time. Holy pack, herder, I make game with jump scare and pointy teeth. Pack you, lazy as condo munchers. You play Poppy Playtime, you watch animations? Lame and cringe horror game. You guys always act like you're better than me. A horror game that is like 10 years old. Some random horror game. Most popular horror game in the universe. TikTokers. All are actually nothing more than kind-hearted and caring individuals. TikTokers. YouTubers. TikTokers becoming toxic. YouTubers. No reaction in the slightest, bawling their eyes out, turns away and sheds a tear, eating all of the movie snacks while everyone is distracted. Damn, I like that character. Massive L on their part, TBH. Points out how the character shouldn't have died from what killed them. Sleeping. Never showed up to the movie to begin with. Poppy Playtime is really good game, and anyone who calls it brain rot should actually play it, because there is nothing in that game that rots the brain aside from content farms. Changed my mind. Poppy Playtime actually picks up from Chapter 3 and becomes more scary. There are even more content farms of the smiling critters cast on YouTube. There is nothing but constant suffering out here. It's in the name. Great parent, good, but has some issues. Okay, bad parent, terrible, but has something. Sheet. Sharon, what happened? The Squid Games. That one piece of lore. I'll ignore that. Banbody and Catnap. Banbody just scared Catnap. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, I may not be doing great, but at least I have this wee little hat. Player. You people have issues. Poppy? Of course I have issues. The prototype. That's my freaking father. Chapter 3 will be released in 2023. Poppy Playtime fans. Do you ever just wanna? You didn't think I had legs, did you? I'm Gru, except I'm the one before Gru. I'm Dog Gru. Ow wah. Got him. You think you are better than us? The door is to the left. Why is he going to the right? Oh, I see. The Hour of Joy is a great name for this moment. It must have been cathartic as pack for the dolls and the other thing that I will not spoil. So the dolls really just decided they had enough and killed everyone, huh? Whoa, holy sheet. Is that sloppy gay time? OMG period. I'm gonna be a life coach. Sorry for the trauma. Who did they make? Harley Sawyer of this two characters right. In the comments, who you think is it and them. I'm gonna make a meme of that character. Mr. Puzzles or Vox. Starting to think Garden of Banban is a fully satire game just for this secret alone. Congratulations, you've mowed it to the Jumbo Josh Lounge. This is where Jumbo Josh and his siblings come to rest. Uninvited guests are typically turned to mush, but you seem to have put a lot of effort into reaching this place. Hereby, you may stay as long as you like. Put on some relaxing music, have some cake, and make some friends. Me when I eat someone? Are you ready? To explore the rest of the facility, sweetheart? Yes, absolutely. Then let's go. Love how they opened this ad by putting a kid in a basement, symbolizing how the only circumstance that'd make you want to play Poppy Playtime on mobile is if a kidnapper made you play it as a form of tutor. Wait, y'all actually sheet Catnap and Dog Day? I thought it was a joke. Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally a 10 to 13 foot tall killer Muppet. Main game antagonist with a violent vent chase scene. Huge secondary character with really long and stretchy arms that likes to play games with the player. Small and annoying monster which appears occasionally and turns out to be extremely violent. Really long character who's always hidden and nobody talks about? Coincidence? I think not. Teacher. Why are you late? The quiet kid. Why does it matter? You're still getting paid. The whole class. Oh yeah, this hot chocolate is straight up banging. Holy pack. Holy packing pack. That body of yours is absurd. My reaction to that information. Huggy after realizing that's his main op in that chamber. Diary of Driver Joe Poppy. Playtime Chapter 1. A Tight Squeeze. Featuring Cosmo. Teacher. This test isn't that hard. The test. A. What is Huggy Wuggy like? B. He is very A. Attractive. B. Handsome. C. Good-hearted. D. Well-built. E. Credit to artist, you say? Who's the artist then? Butch. Parents warned about online character. Huggy Wuggy. Character from an adult online game. Fan-made videos on YouTube, TikTok, and Reblox. Tusi say character promotes BioLens and paranoia. Kids' app and online usage should be monitored. Sorry, babe, I just can't tonight. Examination made another Poppy Playtime video. Huggy Wuggy, Bendy, Banban, Blue the Rainbow Friend, Freddy Fazbear. I'm late for work. You know what? Never mind, I'm not going to work today. Sees Hour of Joy happening. Help. What do you think? FNaF fans, Poppy fans, and kids who like stuffed animals. Love the colors. FNaF fans, it's trash. Poppy fans and kids who like stuffed animals. What the last chip in the bag sees at 2 a.m., I believe in supremacy. Dogs when they hear their owner opening the fridge. Me waiting for MOB games to make Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime. Meanwhile, MOB games. There's a new Poppy Playtime video. It's another content farm. I hate how we're just born out of nowhere, like who the pack said, I wanted this life. My friend with a theory. The player had a role in the Hour of Joy, but they felt guilty, so they didn't come in that day. Me, with no evidence, maybe they had a cold, and that's why they didn't come in for work. Me, my friend. Please don't. Turn me into a marketable plushie. Me watching latest chapter, developments. Me, Wait, Elliot might have never been evil and was actually a good guy? Mob. Always has been. 1. Create an enjoyable and interesting creepypasta/game. 2. People show interest. 3. The community starts to develop mods to attract the attention of children. Easy audience. 4. Now it's ruined. My family. What was that noise? My dumb is slipping in the shower? This me when I'm hungry. Mom said it's my turn to play on the Xbox. When you accidentally drop your phone on your face. 9-year-old me standing at my bedroom door debating whether I should hold in my piss until the morning or run outside and risk an attack from a demon. What kind of gamer are you? New school. Poppy Playtime. Among Us. Old school. Baldi's Basics. DDLC. Bendy. Cuphead. FNaF. Ancient Gamer. Terraria. Castle Crashers. Super Meat Boy. The Binding of Isaac. Spelunky. I bought this, hoping to use it as a sort of scarecrow for my 2-year-old. He's scared of this character, to keep him out of my office when I'm not home. Instead, he takes it and uses it as the bad guy for his Super Mario toys to fight. It is clear in the lease, no pets are allowed in the apartment. Sorry. Okay, I will make an exception because he looks very polite. I can't wait to hear what your screams sound like. Miss Delight, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you turn into a right monster when you're hungry. Better? Better. Rainbow Friends fans. Skibidi Toilet fans. Poppy Playtime fans. Are you okay? I'm fine. No. I need Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. This is going to be great. Catnap. I love helping kids. I love kids, Catnap. I love kids. Hey. Dog days. I would really not be screaming that at the top of your lungs. Hello there, Mina the Elephant. Prepare to die. If I had a nickel for every time an ex-employee of a company that made things for children went back to the place where he works and discovers everything there is possessed by his forever coworkers and trying to kill him while he tries to escape, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Doors, Grumble Nest. Poppy Playtime, No Man's Lord. Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Are you seriously going to scroll past without telling him how dashingly handsome he looks today? Which side are you on? Stella genuinely agreed with the project as she wanted to reap the benefits, immortality, herself, and looked at the bigger picture like she said in her tape. Stella just pretended to agree with the project in order to not get fed to Boxy, as Left would not take no for an answer, and she would not leave that room alive. She herself is trapped and powerless against the system. Genius. High IQ, above average IQ, below average IQ, dumb ASF. The horrors these eyes have witnessed. Boxy, after finding out what has been happening inside the factory and what happened to all his friends. Insane plot armor. War machine. Deadly organic weapon. Skilled assassin. Tough, not too strong. Weak as pack. When you open her phone at 3 a.m., when you've just finished an argument with someone and you hear them mutter something under their breath. Poppy Playtime characters. All the other characters, shove. That one's my favorite. Do people genuinely simp for me? Or are you only faking it just to look special or to be quirky? The theater janitor in 2027, staring in horror as I piss on the floor as I say, not even the ground beneath your feet is your. Me lying in bed at 3 a.m. thinking about embarrassing sheet, I said 4 years ago. Hey, can I copy your homework? Sure, just don't make it too obvious. All right, Poppy Playtime. Garden of Ban. Oh boy, I'm going on YouTube. What's up, Catnap? Poppy Playtime is getting a movie. Mob games. What inspired you to make a film? You even released Chapter 2. Mob games. Money. It would be real nice if you would simply, shut the pack up. I don't know.